champion, campeón, have you, where now, over there, have you been struggling to forgive that one particular loved one or person in your life? If so, stay tuned. Sambanana Mzansi, Tobala Mzansi, Domala Mzansi, bon dia, Africa do Sul, goeiedag, good day to all of you talented, gifted, and potential-full. Yes, when over there, you are full of potential. Champion, campeón. My name is William George Moyses, and welcome to King in Me, hashtag Winning Wednesdays. And right next to me over here is again, Fingerz.
No, bro.
My bro. Winning Wednesdays it is.
You know.
Great stuff.
I'm
so
excited,
just
man.
to all of the awesome young champions out there that are filled with treasure,
Yeah.
that have talents and that have gifts, just share a bit about like your story, where you come from, just to inspire them a bit of it.
Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you my story. I literally come from a small family, not a huge family. So I grew up mostly, my parents were divorced. So I grew up with my mom on my mom's side. So I grew up with my mom being basically, she wanted to become the head. And obviously, herself, basically, she herself was obviously, you can say she was my dad at the same time, she was my mom at the same time, because you have single parents who want to play both of those roles, right? So I grew up with my mom from primary to high school with my mom like that. And we had my stepdad. So my mom was married, so we had my stepdad as well. So they've been in a relationship for a while, lived with my mom and my stepdad as well. Also my grandfather as well. So my grandfather, I remember my grandfather during December time, my grandfather in 2010, my grandfather went to back home. So I also went out to go see my friends, to go visit my friends during December holidays 2010. And what happens that during 2010, I lost my mom during 2010. So let me tell you a story of how I literally lost my mom. So my stepdad was not working, and my mom was basically the sole provider of both hands. So my stepdad, I think he was depressed at the same time. So he used to drink a lot, he used to smoke a lot, he had anger issues at the same time. So you know, as a kid, seeing a lot of that, it also reflects bad on you, and you also see it as well. It can also, affect you as growing up as well.
Most definitely.
So my stepdad, long story short, so my stepdad, what happens is that my stepdad murdered my mom.
Yo.
So how we found out that he murdered my mom, because he first was like, your mother is lost, right, during that weekend. And I could feel on that Friday, I couldn't sleep. I felt another part of me disappearing, another part of me, being taken away. And on Monday, we got a call that your mother has passed on and the suitcase was found in a dam. So in other words, when the suitcase was found in a dam, so what my stepdad did, he killed my mother in the house, chopped her head off, chopped her hands off, chopped her foot off, everything, like put it in the bag, squeezed it in the bag, threw it in the dam, And then literally, as a kid, seeing that and knowing that, to me, growing up, it literally, I would say, it literally did change and move a couple of things in my life. Because first of all, I used to know God. Not the way I know him now, but before I thought I knew God, because with me I was like, I blamed God for everything. And I understand you at home right now watching this, you mostly blame God for certain things that you go through. So I blamed God for everything. I pushed my blame on God. God, why? Why is this happening? Why did this happen to me? I went for counseling, it didn't help. And the problem is that I shaded God away every time. And I remember one of my friends was like, you need to go back to God. Only God can heal the broken pain that you have. Because if you don't heal the broken pain that you have, you are going to hurt others as well. And I went to God. It was really hard. And I went to God, and he healed that pain, he healed that brokenness in me. And trust me, the greater plans that God has for me, God opened a lot of doors in my life. Because as soon as I got to Matric, a lot of things opened. A lot of doors opened. And I like to say to you at home right now, I know some of you are broken. I know some of you are brokenhearted. I know some of you have lost in hope. But all I can say, don't lose hope. Trust and believe in God.
Sure.
He's always the pillar and strength of your life. He can heal your pain. He can heal whatever you're going through, because he's the one that you need to depend on.
Sure.
Thank you, friends.
Yo, bro. Like, fam, that's real life stuff. It's not some storybook stuff. It's real life stuff. So if you need healing in your heart, if you need to perhaps forgive someone, if you need to perhaps be reconciled with someone, ask God for the strength to do just that. Paul says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So whatever you're facing, there's strength in Christ Jesus to help you through that process. And bro, inspirational story, we believe and know that God is going to use you and partner with you to flow through you
all the time.
and in such an incredible way, bro. So thank you so much for sharing that openly. And you guys can see, man, God has brought healing here. So if you need healing, go to the one who gave you life. And just know today, namhlanje, that your life matters.